Time for Rose's Jeep to get a lift. We tried to put a locker in this thing the other day and it was super sad. Abigail's Jeep got a, definitely like a cheap and dirty lift. And we're gonna do something a little bit different with this one. We're gonna leave the shackles, but just make some lift blocks. Right under there. Okay, let's see if I can find a girl to help. You'll pull this thing out, I'll pull the Jeep in. Yeah. I can't wait till these guys move out. Listen, your free ride in the shop is about to end. Well, here it is. No block under there. Just new U-bolts, new center pins. I wanted an 1.5-inch lift. All I really had was 2-inch receiver stock, and then I'm gonna add on a little piece of flat bar. I'm gonna weld that on so it's one piece, and it's gonna be very strong. This is a pretty darn cheap lift. Let's see how it goes. We're trying to get those things done. We should probably just cut them off. Do you want to just cut them off, Ab?
Which ones?
The U-bolts.
Why not?
Well, whatever. You only live once. Let's cut them off. We'll reuse that guy. So this axle should actually come right off the body now. Mama's gonna be so happy. She's always hated this. She's always like, how do I get more sway in my Jeep? I'm like, baby, we just gotta pull out your sway bar. Nothing left but to lift it off the axle now. We got the axle supported at their lowest setting. And now Ab's gonna use our jack extender to lift the body up. Oh yeah, we gotta take the shocks off. Shocks off. We have the shocks off right there, and we thought it might be best to do this now, so we took the center pin and ground that off. Oh yeah! See, this is the gap we're looking for though. We're looking for a 2-inch gap right there to put our block in. Oh, look at that. That leaf is cracked. Do you see the cracking there? This thing is shot. Ah! It's like every time we try and modify this vehicle, we're just like stymied.
So the Jeeps sure seem to need a lot of work.
That's why you buy a Jeep.
It just seemed like there's a lot of stuff that needed improving, and then you found out it was broken.
Well, it's been a few days since we discovered that broken thing, but the project has become a little more urgent because our main wheels also broke down. Good news is our local shop just whipped up another pair of little leaves for us. Next step, we gotta weld that together and drill a hole through there. Let's see if it works. That's really all it needs. Just grind those down a little bit. That's not straight. We'll have to leave this as the bottom one. Drill this guy out a little bit. Gotta go through this new guy. And then we gotta go up through all these guys. There we go. Oh man, it just makes it. This is amazing. Now look. This guy's just gonna, he's just gonna go right on there. Let's get this thing back on. It's officially got a 2-inch lift in it. Maybe not the prettiest 2-inch lift blocks, but very strong. And more importantly, this thing's gonna be on the road tonight because we need some wheels. So that's a bit of a problem. That shock won't even go on. Ugh. 2 girls on the bumper. It's exactly what we needed. Like, tell me if I'm wrong, but
You're wrong.
it seems like we have 0 extension left on our shock.
The shocks are old.
What it is meaning right now is that they just like will have 0 extension ability. What are you giggling about? What's she giggling about?
I don't know.
But seriously, why are you giggling again? This thing needs, like, we need a lift, first of all.
Okay.
Okay, we put slightly bigger tires on, they rub
Yeah.
all the time. but we're also so cheap, we're not even lifting it enough to need new shocks.
Well,
Like, we're
I think
just-
that's debatable.
We're gonna get to that.
Yeah,
Just chill out.
yeah.
We're just playing around. This is not yet a Moab Jeep. That looks seriously lifted. Mama's gonna be so happy that it's working back in order. Who's gonna tell her that it looks like a stink bug because we didn't finish the front yet? So we got some work to do. We're gonna lift the front. And yes, I had some work done too. And now I look like a child. And we got the lift in. We got the coil spring spacer, and we got the stock little squishy part we put back in. Why don't you roll me a wheel? We'll get a wheel back on.
Alrighty, I'll roll you a wheel.
Okay.
Finally realized why you put so much emphasis on lifting your Jeeps.
Yeah?
You want to be taller. You have little man syndrome. Does it bother you that I'm taller than you?
Kills me. No, Dave, remember what Abigail said. The lift is all about clearance. If you're thinking like, oh, I should restore this old car with my kid or work on a motorbike or like whatever your project is, don't wait. You got to do it. It's awesome. Well, we got the lift in there, but before we roll it out, we're going to replace these old things with some LEDs. And this should just take a minute. The LED light's got the same connector on it. That's it. Nice, fresh new battery. Let's try out these new headlights. Does it look awesome? I can feel that I'm higher up, which is nice. But like the suspension actually seems just like stock right now. Here, we're gonna hit some bumps and see what happens. Nothing. This thing's a dream. Okay, this is the classic Jeep hatch won't open problem. And I've seen different ways of doing this, but most of them involve opening this thing up first somehow and like maybe prying this thing back and reaching down there. But I think a hole saw. We're just gonna drill gently. I feel like I'm breaking out of prison. You know what? I want a bigger hole. Oh yeah. There we go. Looks stock. So there's the little rod that actually actuates. So I'm gonna undo the lock somehow. I'm gonna undo that little plastic clip, the gray clip. And then that little threaded rod, I can just actuate that and it'll open the door. Okay, watch. I'm gonna grab that rod and pull it up. And there we go, we're out. Oh man, that's been stuck for months. We'll build like a cute little cover for that and put 4 screws in and no one will, they'll think it's from the factory. We'll fix everything. We'll make everything better. We're gonna make this Jeep great again. There we go. Here's the magic right here. You see these two ugly tie wraps? Well, those aren't ugly, those are beautiful. So we're gonna button this thing up and then go tell Mama how great we are. Well, Sarah, this thing looks pretty mean already, hey? It needs a front bumper and a winch. There we go. 3 Jeep bumpers right there. Here's Sarah's. Comes secondhand from Uncle Sean the Human. Look what I got. My first worn winch ever. You excited?
Yeah.
Let's do it. We just gotta tack it together.
I'm just waiting for you.
There's gonna be a winch up here. It's gonna flip up and go into the Jeep like that. Once we got that tacked together, we'll bring it over here and just check the depth. Okay? Weld away. Let's go put it up there. Oh man, I think it looks great. Just a little gap there, super snug there. So now you can see the way it's gonna be, right? Obviously these will be capped. There's gonna be an angle plate, connect these two, and there'll be a little angle plate in here. The frame mount is gonna go right on the back of this part here. It looks good. Let's keep going. Let's put the bumper mounts on and then tack it on. We got that bumper mount. We got this guy on there. So now we can just bring the bumper in, touch it to it, get it to the right elevation, make sure that it's, you know, square side to side, which it should be. And then we tack it on right while it's on the vehicle. This is like the biggest, most complicated part, actually, and we're just about got it.
Can I write my name on it? Can I like write it like across the hood?
Right on the hood, yeah.
Sarah's Jeep.
Well, there are a lot of Jeeps around here, you never know. Don't melt her snow pants. Nice. This is looking super pretty. I think now we can basically do everything on the bench again.
Not bad for your age.
Look, thanks. Ooh, look at that thing.
Just fill these
kinda
cracks
like-
with weld and like nobody will know.
We're definitely gonna fill the cracks. The bigger the crack, the better. Oh man, that's really nice. How's it looking? That looks great. Oh yeah. Those are some really cool angles. Okay, since you're so uptight with the lifts, we've changed projects. And now we're working on some bumpers. Winches are like the
way you get unstuck when you're stuck.
yes. You can go out there, rip an axle off, but you can just like winch your dead Jeep body back home. Like we are definitely gonna get stuck in these.
Yeah.
We need winches, and that's like, it's like a whole new world.
You have a new confidence. There's an audacity there. There's a swagger.
I just have to do the long seams now.
Winch on, and then what's the big project?
I'm gonna make cheese.
No, but with the winch and the bumper and the Jeep, I've hired you to what?
Get firewood?
Go get that giant pine that's right off the side of the driveway.
I didn't know that was a paid job.
Basically, if you can pull out that pine and the bumper does not rip off, I'd say it's a success. Will these welds hold? I think so. It's all cleaned up, ready for some paint. It just instantly changes, hey, into something that looks finished. It's magical. Maybe it's just that smell that's magical. What do you think?
I like it.
I can't believe you have a Jeep with a winch. I mean, our driveway is clear, but all the back roads around here are still snowed in. But I have a plan to test this thing. Well, is it up to it?
Yep.
It's gonna work?
Yep.
Oh man, do you think it's gonna work?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna haul a tree out. It's a big one, and we're gonna winch it out. Right on, that's good, right there. Alrighty, see that big dead pine? It's a perfect candidate to get winched out because I'll cut it and it'll probably stay there. We'll put the winch on and just slowly winch the bottom out, and eventually it'll drag it far enough out that it'll fall down. Okay, so bring the cables and the chains. Stop! Keep going! That is a hard pull. So it's dragging the Jeep, which of course. Okay, good, good. Yeah, and then this is gonna give her the ability to bounce it a little bit. We're gonna be like Matt's recovery with the Jeep and the Yankee rope. Consecutively bigger bounces, okay, until it's moving properly, but start little. That's not a bump. Okay. Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
That's unreal. It's being held up by, like, the tiniest little thing. Should she let go of it now?
Hey, yeah. This wasn't supposed to be a logging video. Those are terrible trees. Anyways, but the winch worked. That was the whole point. Really? We did need some firewood. And the bumper did not rip off. And it didn't even move. And the winch did not fail. So it works. So it works. This is very important. Listen, June 20th, 2020 is the backcountry bonanza, and you have to be ready. We needed an excuse to get out and have an adventure.
Okay.
And so we decided to actually create our own adventure
For you.
for you. So we took and we hid some little target items.
Okay.
Not the actual prizes,
Where did you hide them?
in the backcountry.
I thought he would slip up there.
No. And you have to go find them. And we'll give you hints. The main hint is the video on June 20th. Okay, the hints on Instagram, the information starts coming out next Saturday.
June
June
13th.
13th-ish, okay? If you can't get out there, you can still win prizes.
What? How?
Go to the internet
Okay.
and go to a map, like a Google Earth, and follow the hints, and then just drop a pin where you think the prizes are. Maybe you have
Google
no
Earth.
idea, but Google Earth shows you BC, and you're like, I don't know, there. And you just take a guess. We will send out prizes to the people who guess the closest.
Okay.
So no matter where you are in the world, you can win
could be a
prizes
winner.
in the Backcountry Bonanza.
June 20th, 5:30. Go.
You have feelings too, right?
I have feelings. Yeah, I keep them bound up. But they're there. I just haven't spent enough
This
time
is
with
a-
the leaf spring, I
This
guess.
is a safe place, man. You can share those feelings. How do you feel right now?
Uncomfortable, a little bit awkward.
That's what I'm going for.
That's why I don't share my feelings with you. You just laugh at them. Now I feel hurt. I've got hurt feelings.
Hey, you know what? It's good that you're sharing them. Good for you.